Hello, yarn tubers. Welcome back to Wanderlove's Crochet with Dana and Jack stretching out. He's not quite up yet. Okay, so let's talk about promoting fiber arts in December. Now, I have designated December as family month, being with your family, spending time with your family, and not necessarily a month to create something in a way that promotes whatever your fiber art is. You know, sometimes I start these videos and I forget. This is about any fiber art. Any kind, in the world of textiles, in this whole universe of arts, that this time, you know, we've already been, let's say, crocheting like mad, some crocheters, to get these gifts ready for Christmas, right? So here's what I encourage people to do in December, and I have kind of a new twist on it, and that is just focus on your family. Or, you know, you may not celebrate Christmas. There are other holidays that are celebrated in December that are not Christmas. Okay, so whatever, you know, traditions or, you know, religions, or, you know, whatever you do in December, whatever it is, I want you to, you know, my encouragement in December is to just be present with your family and do the family things and focus on family. But the twist this year is, whatever, I'm going to use crochet as an example, maybe cross stitch and knitting, and whatever you do, don't promote your own creations. I want you to pay attention. I want you to do a mind shift, because to me, there's, you know, just to simplify things, there are two different kinds of crochet designs. One kind is that pleases other crocheters. It's designed to be fast, fun, easy, whatever, something you can make and throw out there to give away, to use yourself, to you know, sell, whatever. These are fast, fun, easy kind of things. You know, whatever these patterns are, it is all about pleasing the crocheter. They are put out there so that people will download their patterns. And I am not criticizing this. I do a lot of these kinds of patterns. The thermal stitch pot holder, you know, that popcorn, you know, hot pad that I did. You know, these are meant for other crocheters, right? Because if you shift your mind, there's another kind. There is another kind. And there is a kind like, you know, these mandala blankets, the fruit garden blanket, you know, these kinds of projects that impress the muggles, because promoting fiber arts is about promoting it to the muggles, right? Who are the most critical muggles in your life? It's your family. So if you know, say, oh, what are you looking at, Dana? Oh, I'm looking at this crochet pattern or this cross stitch. Here, look at this picture. And I'm not saying set people up, but in the natural course of conversation, and I show them a picture of the fruit garden blanket done in that duck egg blue. Holy cow. You know, the muggles are going to say, oh, that is breathtaking. Or the phoenix, or the artist. Not necessarily because I've done them. Let's talk about some that I haven't done. There's one called the snowdrop throw. That was a crochet along years ago. There's, you know, Sophie's Universe. There are tons of, you know, eye-catching designs, projects, big and small, that the muggles, the most critical muggles in your life, your family, will say, oh, that is absolutely amazing. Or they're going to go, oh, Isn't that cute? Kind of like you're a 2-year-old and you brought them your crayon scribbles and they're going to put it on the fridge, right? You know, there's that. And then there's the one where they go, wow. Or, you know, there's something in between where they're like, oh yeah, that's pretty amazing. That would take a lot of talent. And then they move on. You know, it is important, I think, to shift our minds to see what these two different kinds of crochet or cross stitch or, you know, knitting, whatever it is, sewing, quilting, weaving, felting, plastic canvas, you know, what kind of response you're going to get from the muggles. And it's all observation. It's all in the spirit of observation. And it's also in the spirit of understanding, you know, what your family members like. And maybe this will help you make that shift to, you know, maybe a different kind of project next year. Or maybe you're right on track as to what they like. Maybe they just like a, you know, a plain old granny square blanket because you made it, right? There's that. But then there's the ones that would just make them go, wow, right? And I'm not saying you need to do highly technical, very difficult projects to impress the muggles. But I think it shows a measure of love to know what your family members truly like. Maybe it's the colors. Maybe it's the texture. You know, maybe it's just a matter of, you know, a buffalo check blanket. You know, maybe that's something that really impresses them. Which, you know, go look at Daisy Farm Crafts for the plaid and the buffalo check and the gingham and all that. It's not that hard. It really isn't. I'm not saying we need to step up our crochet skills so much, although I do like to stretch myself. What I'm saying is we need to expand our minds and to look from the outside in at what we do and how we can truly bless somebody next year. You know, what kind of designs really catch their eye? What kind of end project would, you know, really bless them and make and help them feel blessed by you? That kind of thing. That's what I'm challenging you guys, you know, encouraging you to do this year. If they see something that they love, maybe it's just the colors. You know, my cousin Lisa was telling me a couple years ago that the Annie's Seaside Sampler, those are her colors. She loved those colors. And it's like, well, it wouldn't be hard for me to do that for her. And that's, of course, started and on the list of all the things I've started that needs to be finished, right? But, you know, I want to bless her. This is something, you know, she has expressed that she really loves. And see, that's a shift in thinking for a lot of people. I see a lot of people, you know, sticking to designs that truly are just meant to please the crocheter, which is great if that's where you're at. But I just want to expand your thinking in this area as to what others truly want from you. You know, what makes them feel good when you're in their presence? How can you bless them today? You know, sometimes just a blessing is to compliment someone or give them a kind smile, you know, but it's about them and not ourselves, right? I could go into, oh, it's the season of giving. It's a season for this. It's a season for that. I would like to just, you know, give us an opportunity to lovingly look at the closest muggles in our lives and what they like. Not what I like, but what they like. You know, and comment down below and help me expand this thought. You know, how do you see this? I see it as two different kinds of crochet, and not one being better than the other. But the whole promoting fiber arts idea is to make sure none of our arts, our fiber arts, you know, eventually die out because nobody was interested and nobody was introduced to some really great stuff that touched their heart, you know, that they just, you know, that made their eyes sparkle and they just loved, right? right. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I love you guys. Bye.